Bro. Perfect.
Played around with him like a little brother, man. That you was not
in Philly, I was always in Philly. The idea is to pack places in Philly. You know what moves.
Share it, right? Hold on, I don't know if it's me. I wore this hot hoodie. I kind of want to eat something here. I'm gonna eat something. In fact, I already know where I'm gonna hang out at. Hang out here for a minute, guys. Let's do it like this. High view. Here we go. gonna stream the whole thing.
See if you can get the floor.
Yeah, exactly. I did. That's what I was saying. Anthony was the one who thinks this guy's not okay, I'll tell him the team.
Hold on, let me be right back. You want back? How much you want back? How much you want back? How much you want back?
Love it.
Guys. Still is.
at me because the bag right. You about to play the ring to get 500. I'm done. You always got ice, bro. Everybody ice you, but leave me, you get ice, bro. You got to stop. You talk heavy, you get stopped making an excuse about it. I moved up in weight. I moved up. You can't take me. Don't move up, nigga. I've been doing this shit. Don't move up. You move up, that's what it is. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. And we can double that. That's $10. We can double that.
Carry this later, guys.
Talk heavy. Talk heavy. That's the best lady on. That's the best lady on.
Swear to God.
Excuse me, back.
Sorry.
Right, excuse me. Firstly, we don't want any violence and we don't want anything controversial. We like a little bit of back and forth, and I think we're going to get that today. Because we're here in Philadelphia, and we are delighted to be in the Carroll Centre, March 15th, St. Patrick's Day weekend, live on the Zone, for our first show in Philadelphia, Fighting City. And we're here really for many reasons. Number one, of course, is because your very own Tevin Farmer is going to be defending his IBF Super Featherweight Championship against Ireland's John O'Carroll, coming in St. Patrick's Day weekend, going for the world title, but so many other great fights on the card as well. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, in my opinion, well, my favourite fighter in boxing, full stop, right now is Katie Taylor, the current unified IBF and WBA lightweight championship of the world. Finally got her unification to pick up her third belt against Brazil's Rose Valente. She's deep in training camp and a massive opportunity for Katie on Paddy's Day weekend, and welcome to her and the team and Brian Peters, their manager, and everyone who's here today. We wouldn't be able to do this without our good friend Lou Bidella, and we've had our back and forwards over many, many years. But when you get something right, there's never any arguments, there's never any back and forwards, and I think this is what it is, our third fight with Tevin Farmer now, and we haven't had one argument yet, which means we're doing something right. Tevin Farmer is one of the most active fighters in the US market right now. He's certainly the most active world champion. He's making a lot of money, he's making a lot of noise, and I think the relationship with Lou Bidella has been fantastic, and he'll be coming up to say a few words shortly. We've got a fantastic undercard. How you doing? Give me 5. Don't leave me hanging. Come on. Come on. Yeah! Okay, there you go. We got as well, it wouldn't be a Philadelphia show without Kincaid Rosado. I mean, this guy has done so much for the sport of boxing. He's been in so many great fights. And I'll tell you what, he has a great fight on March 15th against Maciej Sulecki. You saw Sulecki give Danny Jacobs a brilliant fight at the Barclays Centre not so long ago. Sulecki now top 5 with the WBO. And when you look at the middleweight landscape on the Zone, it's quite incredible. We just made Canelo against Jacobs. I think it's the 2019 fight of the year, the unification of middleweight. Demetrius Andre just defended his WBO title. So these guys are right in the mix. And although I believe you should have won the fight in Kansas, you get another shot here in your hometown to be a real threat in a heavyweight division. Lundy against Sparrow, it's Philly against Philly. We needed this one on the card, and welcome to the team. And Russell Peltz is going to be coming up, saying a few words shortly. And we thank Russell for all his help here in Philly. But first of all, I have a very special announcement of a young man who's joining the Manchester stable. Over the years, we have really prided ourselves in developing the best young talent in world boxing. When you look at the Olympics out of London, you look at Anthony Joshua, who won gold there. He went on, became a unified heavyweight champion of the world. Cowie F5 from that team, now the WBA super flyweight champion of the world. Callum Smith, who was on that GB team. We took him to WBA super middleweight champion of the world. Ring Magazine champion. Luke Campbell, who won gold in that Olympics, now going to be changing WBC title. So many great fighters coming out of that system, and we want to do exactly the same in the US. We've already signed some unbelievable talent. Otha Jones 3 last week, Reshat Mati, Nikita Ababi, all these guys coming through, Diego Pacheco, Alexis Espino, 2 great Latino fighters. And now, I think potentially one of the very best we've signed so far, and of course from here in Philly, making his debut on March 15. Welcome to the team, Raymond Floyd, everybody, making his pro debut on the team. Outstanding young talent, outstanding young talent. So we're going to get everybody up here to say a few words. Let's kick it off with Russell Peltz. Russell, I want you to come up and introduce the Sparrow versus Lundy fight, and also talk about Kincaid Rosado as well. Russell Peltz, everybody.
Which promoter do you think is dressed more prosperous? Eddie or myself? There's a tradition in the Jewish religion that a year after someone passes away, they have what's called an unveiling, where the family goes back to the cemetery. A few relatives come and some very good friends. And when my mom passed away in 75, we went back the next year, we were all dressed in ties and jackets. And halfway through the 10-minute ceremony, a man showed up wearing a butcher's apron and a ragged jacket, dirty jeans. And when the ceremony was over, I said to my dad, I said, "Dad, does a guy come and dress like that? It's so disrespectful. He's not wearing a tie and jacket." So he grabbed me by the arm and he said, "Son, that's Sam the butcher. He works 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and he took off time to get here from work. And I don't see any of your mother's other friends here." So with that line, I'm going to tell you that I got on a 6 a.m. plane from Florida where the women were complaining because it was 60 degrees. So I could get here in time for the press conference today and fly back tonight. And one more thing. You know you've been around a long time when you're promoting the Sons of Fighters. Most notably Cyclone Hart, who had most of his fights with me in the 70s. Now I've promoted some of Jesse Hart's fights. But you've really been around a long time when you've done business with the promoter's father. So in 1992, I was in Glasgow, Scotland, with a fighter you may remember named Tony Thornton, punching the postman. He challenged Chris Eubank for the WBO super middleweight title that night. And the promoter of the fight was a man named Barry Hearn. So go back a long way with the Hearn family. Having said that, making a fight like Avery Sparrow and Hank Lundy in this century, to me, was like making Ollie Frazier one. When you know all the problems we have here with Philly fighting Philly. But I'm sure you can all attest to the fact there was more action over here than you saw in 12 rounds of Pacquiao Roman the other night. And it's going to be like that the night of the fight. Anytime there's an inner-city rivalry in any city, it creates attraction. But in Philly, it lists all the wars and all the battles over the years. It's nothing like it. Okay, having said that, whether or not this is the changing of the guard, we don't know. We've got the veteran Hank Lundy against the young upstart Avery Sparrow. So we'll see what happens on March the 15th. Right now, I'd like to bring up Avery Sparrow.
How's everybody doing? I thank everybody for coming. That's for this opportunity to be here. That's for Hearn, Phelps, and everybody else. Thank you for everybody for taking the fight. We didn't have to take the fight. 9-1. The WBO top 13, which is part of the reason why I got this opportunity to fight somebody like me. Any other time somebody 9-1 would fight better like me. And I appreciate him taking the fight. But come March 15th, it's all business, you know what I mean? Hank, he's been there. He had his world title shot. He came up short. That was my time, you know what I mean? I'm a young, hungry, explosive fighter. I have skills, I have experience. I've been around the amateurs for a long time, so come March 15th, I'm going to show the world that this opportunity, I'm not going to let it pass up. Hank Lundy, you both going to see. Thank you.
So when I called Hank Lundy and we talked about the fight, he said, "Oh, come on, Russell, he's your fighter." I said, "Wait a second." I said, "You're a Philly fighter. You don't turn anybody down." I said, "I'm not turning it down. Just letting you know I know what I'm up against." So the veteran Hank Lundy who's been around, let's bring him up.
You don't want to miss none of the fights. Everybody on this card is going to be excited. So y'all don't want to, none of them. I mean, none of them. Y'all miss something, y'all might have to fight me outside. And I do fight outside too. And I mean, we're going to keep it all real. But you know, Avery, 9-1 guy, you know, this fight, one of them, you know, they took his win away, you know. We ain't gonna put that out there what happened, but just know, I know. And if he ain't money, you gotta live a clean life. I mean, if you ain't living right outside the ring, it's gonna show inside the ring. And one thing about Hank Money, we all know, I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I got an easy fight. You know what I mean? This fight is real. And I'm coming to hurt. Fight time come, I'm telling you what I'm coming for. And you gonna see, because it's gonna come from you. I'm coming for blood. Yeah, I'm for pound champ. Hank Money was going to war with it, you know what I mean? But listen, this is what I said to him. It's even going to be him and me. I went out there trying to knock him out. You got me, so be. You know what I mean? I'm a real fighter. I'm a real fighter. Fight right? Listen, it's no more to be said. Hey, niggas, I'm willing to work with you. Send that contract. This young pup going to sleep. You know what I mean? This young pup going to sleep. That's it. Thank you for the opportunity.
I go into the gym in South Philly around 1979. I was working with a fighter you might know named Jeff Chandler. He was on the verge of the top 10, on the way to the Hall of Fame career. I said, Jeff, we're fighting Jose Resendez from Arizona next month. And Jeff knew all the fighters in the country. Resendez had a record of about 18 or 15. Jeff turned around and looked at me and said, can't you give me anybody better than that? That's what Gabe Rosado is. Gabe Rosado has turned down fights because he told me he couldn't get motivated for it. I know he'll be motivated for this fight, but that's my kind of fighter, a guy who only wants the big fights. He is the epitome of what we once knew to be Philadelphia fighters. Not guys who fight out of Philadelphia, but Philadelphia fighters. And he's in a career-making, hold on. Career-changing fight. He wins this fight. To me, he's in line for another shot at the world title. King Gabriel Rosado.
What's up, y'all? First and foremost, I want to thank God for this great opportunity to get back home. I want to thank Russell Pellis, go way back, Eddie Hearns for the opportunity. You know, it's just exciting to be back in Philadelphia. This is where it all started. I'm saying, Sparrow and Hank, I can relate to that. I mean, I don't know if I was there when I fought Derek Ennis. That was like a Philly war. I mean, the two top guys in the city, the place was packed. You remember that? I'm saying, in the fire marshal, I had to like turn it down, like so many people was in the building. But, you know, this is where it started, man. You know, I grinded. I mean, I was coming up out here for the graveyard shift, taking 10 hours an hour. I mean, busting my ass. You know, me and Russell together, we got ranked #1 in the world at 154. And then we just took it from there, man. So I haven't fought in Philly since like 2012. So this is homecoming for me, man. So, you know, it all started in Philly, coming back now. It's a great fight. And I believe that this is the second half of my career. I mean, I think I was great in my last fight. I'm saying, and everybody's surprised. They're like, yo, they want to see a war. But I'm wise. I feel like I can control the pace, be smart. But this fight's in Philly, man, so I'm definitely going to put on a show. I mean, I'm going to bring it to Selesky. You know, he's not here. I thought he was going to be here, but you know what I'm saying, it's just great to be home. Family's going to be out here, friends, and it's exciting. And congrats to Seven Farmer. Like, I mean, you know, me and Ted were having conversations, man. I remember Ted, like, he reminded me so much of me. Because he was like, I want to fight this guy, I want to fight this guy. I'm like, yo, it's time gonna come, bro. Trust me, keep doing what you're doing, right? I tell him, man, keep doing what you're doing. And it's like, he wanted it so bad that I saw myself in him. I mean, it was like when I saw Russell, I said, let's fight Triple G. We had a mandatory to fight K9 at 154. I would have won that fight easy at 154 and become world champion. But we stepped up, 164 Triple G. They was gonna give us a catch weight. I said, nah, bro, no catch weight. We'll fight on that middle with 160. And that's just the same mentality that Ted had. So I just told him, trust me, bro, keep doing what you're doing. Your time's coming to look. He back in Philly, defending his title. And that's what's up, man. So everybody here, man, no doubt, bro. Everybody here, man, love. Can't wait for Philly to turn up.
Thank you, Russell. Thank you, Gabe. And thank you to Sparrow and Lily. It's going to be a great fight. Nothing like a little bit of inter-city rivalry. I'm going to bring up now this young man. This is his first professional press conference. So we'll see how he does. So far, the US team that have turned pro over, some have been good talkers, not bad. Some have said one or two words, but I think this young man can fight. We have a little bit of a problem because you're going to know him as Ray Savage Ford, or Raymond Savage Ford. But I want him to be Sugar Ray Ford. I just thought that was right. So he said no, I say yes, we're going to argue about that later. So for now, with his first speech, professional press conference from Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen, Raymond Savage Ford.
First, I want to make a correction. I'm not from Philly, I'm from Camden, New Jersey, that's right across the bridge. But yeah, first I want to thank God, just for blessing me with this opportunity to sign to a major promotion like Metro Boxing. I want to thank Eddie Aaron for keeping a lookout for me since the Golden Ducks. Yeah, and just for giving me the opportunity to showcase my talents to the world, and I want to show the world I'm special. So look out for me.
As far as I'm concerned for this show, you're from Philadelphia. Right, we'll change it after. As I said earlier, if you have the opportunity to watch the film Haiti, you must do it. It's on iTunes, it's on every major platform to download right now, because this is an incredible story of a true fighter. This young lady was responsible for women's boxing being in the Olympic Games. She had to go and showcase her skills to convince the committee that they should allow women's boxing in the Olympic Games. In Ireland, she is a queen, a god of boxing. And right now in the professional game, which is flourishing in women's boxing, she, in my opinion, stands out as the pound-for-pound #1. And on March the 15th, on St. Patrick's Day weekend in Philadelphia, she will get an opportunity to win another world title and unify the division once more, before being one step away from being the undisputed champion. She's the 6-time European amateur champion. She's a 5-time world amateur champion. She's an Olympic gold medalist as well. And now she's the IBF WBA lightweight champion of the world from Bray Island. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Katie Taylor.
Thank you so much. I don't really have a lot to say, but it's great to be here in Philadelphia. It's such a great fighting city, and I can't wait to actually really have a chance to unify the division. I've gotten myself closer to becoming the undisputed champion, which has always been my goal. Thank you so much to the zone and everyone and actually for making these fights happen. This is exactly what I want to be. It's the best fight, the best, and I can't wait for actually to showcase this skills. And it's such a privilege to find out that it's not
Thank you, Katie. Before I bring up the champion, this young man, we have a saying in England, I don't know if it's allowed here or if it's rude or what, but okay. He's full of spunk, right? That's the saying, full of spunk. What that means is this guy's got a big set of cojones. He's got a massive personality and he can really fight. I saw him a while ago when our prize fighter tournament, and I saw him on our show in Dublin, a fantastic talent. And unfortunately, for some strange reason, he ended up going with another promoter. And I was watching him on TV, and every time I was watching him, I was sitting there with my voodoo doll, and I was thinking, lose, you bastard, lose. But he wouldn't, he kept on winning, and he kept up climbing up the IBF rankings. And he's now got a huge following in the UK, in Ireland, because he's a massive personality. And literally a couple of months ago, I spoke to MTK and I said, look, I believe I can get him a final eliminator, and then I think him against Kevin Farmer was a great fight. St. Patrick's Day weekend. These two have been going at it on social media non-stop. And now, John Carroll is just one fight away from winning the IBF Super Featherweight Championship of the world. I know this man has massive dreams, and it's going to take a lot to beat him on March 15th. He's a great fighter. There's going to be huge Irish support in the arena. There's going to be huge Philly support. But right now, the challenger for the IBF Super Featherweight Championship of the World from Ireland, John O'Carroll.
Thank you for having me. I just want to say thank you to Eddie. It's been a real pleasure. Like, I went pro in Australia, and to be honest, it was like, I just went into the gym to spar. Something was going towards the gym, went in, sparred, and was living down the ring for like 2 years at this stage. So, for me to go in, I sparred this fella who was like 4 hours professional, and I done really well, you know. And it was like the coach asked me to turn pro. So, I just turned pro, didn't really think anything of it. Oh, you know what I mean? Why not? So, anyway, done that, had 2 fights in Australia, came home, wasn't really thinking I was going to box. It wasn't really a big, I was working, you know, I was actually applying for this job, washing grading cars and everything, you know, it was ridiculous. I was doing scaffolding, I was doing painting, I was doing loads of stuff in Australia. And then I just got a phone call that there's a massive fight happening in the TstreeT arena. And I thought he was meant to be one of the world's next biggest like prospects basically. And yeah, I had a crazy controversial press conference, I don't know what it is, the main press conference, but I always have beef at press conference. I had to win beef with him, and then the fight ended up being exceptional, you know, it was an exciting fight. And then from that fight, I got the prize for it. So like, if I hadn't been for Matchroom for MDK in the first place, I probably would have just gave up and walked away from boxing. But here I am today, fighting America, this is where dreams are made of, you know. So for me, this is amazing. And I want to thank everyone for Philly, even though we had a bit of beef. I love this now. It's the first time I've ever been. Nah, I ain't copping out, but I'm fucking you. You're going to get you, don't worry about it. But yeah, look at the corner speed. Little man in the back here. But anyway, listen, this is where I'm going to win my world title. So for me, this place is going to be history in my family, you know, going on and on and on. My grandkids are going to hear stories about Philly. So I'm proud to be here today. I don't care what this little P-man in the back says. All I'm saying is, I'm going to take his title. And someone just keeps dragging me towards boxing. And I just keep getting these fights and I keep winning these fights. Like, I was always an underdog. Most of my fights I've been an underdog. And I just keep winning and winning and winning. Even though I didn't poke that little dog, I'm still doing it, you know? So here I am here today. I'm going to take that farmer's belt, mark my words. March 15, Kevin Farmer's not going to know what him. He hasn't been tested before. He hasn't been tested before. So we all going to see what's going to happen. And listen, if he can beat me, I'll take my hat off and say he's a great man. Because it's going to take a great man to beat me. For a world title, shit. Easy boy. Yeah, right, son. Easy boy. Yeah, right. Listen, Kevin knows he's in for a battle. You all know he's in for a battle. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, man. Listen, this is going to be fun. All I'm going to say is, text me on Twitter, apologize out or spam your boy, alright?
Thank you, Jono. You are a great underdog. And when you talk about underdogs, this guy right here is right at the top of the tree. I have to say, going back to UK and Britain, if this young man was British, not only would his entire city turn up, the entire country would turn up. And that's what's wrong a little bit with American boxing right now. You can't support this young man. You can't support this story. Philadelphia and the entire USA. Then I'm shocked. Because when you talk about underdogs, when you talk about people that shouldn't be here, when you talk about people that have fought so hard to provide for his family and to get to this stage, if Philadelphia doesn't fill that arena on March 15, then you've got something wrong with yourselves. Because this young man is someone in Philadelphia and the whole of America should be very, very proud of. To introduce him and to say a few words, I'm going to call up his long-time promoter and now co-promoter with myself, the Tevin Farmer. Ladies and gentlemen, Lou DeBell.
Thank you, Eddie. This is going to be a great night on March 15th, St. Patty's Day weekend here in Philly. I'm looking forward to this. I get the opportunity to work with some people I haven't had a chance to work with a lot lately. Michelle Rosado, the Raging Babe, one of the up-and-coming young promoters in the country. Russell Pels, I'm not going to call him old man Russell, but you're one of the few guys now older than me. And Russell's a Hall of Famer for a reason, one of the great promoters
in the history of boxing, and this is his town. He promoted some of the great Philadelphia fighters. And the term Philly fighter has a real meaning. And it's a term that's, I think even in Ireland, Philly fighter. Philly fighter is you might find that on March 15th. But Philly fighter means guts and heart and effort. Philly fighters are gym rats. Philly fighters, as Hank Lundy so aptly said, are dogs. Philly fighters are dogs. And this card has some real representative Philly fighters on it. Mr. Sparrow and Hank in David Rosado, who's a warrior, and in Tevin Farmer, who's got one of the great Rocky stories, one of the great underdog stories in the history of boxing. You got to go far and wide to find a kid that started 7-4-1 to go on over 20 wins in a row to win a world title. I mean, that doesn't happen very often. Oh, by the way, before I got to mention great Katie Keller, because you are a great Katie Keller. A great representative of women's boxing. I'm a big proponent of women's boxing. She is a superstar in Ireland, literally. I don't think there's a bigger athlete in Ireland right now than Katie Keller. And it's a real treat for Philly fans to get to see her on St. Patrick's Day weekend. But going back to Tevin Farmer, not a lot of people know this, and Tevin talks about it sometimes, but not a lot. But Tevin's great-great-uncle was literally one of the greatest fighters who ever laced on gloves. Joe Gans is a legend, he's a Hall of Famer. I think that most of if you go to most historians and you go who are the 10 best fighters in the history of boxing, Joe Gans' name is going to be on most of those lists. So I was looking at Joe Gans' record when my Sean works for me was nice enough to drive the car and I could sit back and relax on the 3-hour drive here. And Joe Gans in 1904 fought 13 times. And I was sort of blown away looking at that. And then I went back to 1902 when Joe Gans fought 19 times. 19-0, by the way, in 1902. That doesn't happen ever anymore. But on March 15th, Tevin Farmer is going to fight his 4th title fight in 7.5 months. And I went over the last 50 years of boxing. I couldn't find a champion in the United States that fought 4 title fights in under 8 months. And then I started looking, but I obviously didn't have time to research this, and maybe someone out there will come up with somebody I'm not thinking of. But in the last 50 years, I couldn't find anybody in the world that fought 4 title fights in under 8 months. 3 defenses, his 3rd defense of the title on March 15th. He won the title in August. And by the way, I owe that thanks to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing and to Zone USA, so it's Tevin for making that possible. When we sat down and talked to Eddie before Tevin made his co-promotional deal with Eddie and his deal with the Zone, Tevin said one of the most important things to me is I want to be an active champion. I'm not the kind of guy that can sit back and not fight. I need to fight. Eddie said the one thing I can promise you is you will fight. Eddie, you kept your word, and I'm thankful for that. I know Tevin's thankful for that. Tevin Farmer is, when you look at that definition of Philadelphia fighter, he's on that list. And he's a Philadelphia champion. This is a homecoming for him. This is a great opportunity on March 15th to show what he has. I've known this guy, been following him for a while, and by the way, also, like, at this point, you surpassed Lamont Peterson. You have the best beard, literally, in boxing. He also throws more punches, he's more active. I said this to him earlier, like, sometimes, guys have certain skill levels. You make up for things in other ways. He may be one of the most fit guys I've ever seen in the ring. He throws and throws and throws and never stops throwing, no matter how difficult that fight is, no matter who he's in with, he's going to give 110%. I know Tevin, I said this to him earlier, I'm not going to let you look past this one, but I know you're not anyway. But Carroll's going to bring it. And particularly on St. Patrick's Day weekend, in his first fight in the United States, and his first shot at the world title. All right, so he's going to bring it. But the guy that he's going to bring it to is going to give it right back. And I'm really proud to introduce my friend, a champion, a Philly fighter, Carroll.
First, I want to thank God. Without God, none of this would be possible. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Definitely Philadelphia. Gotta thank Philadelphia. Metro Boxing, Eddie Hearn, Lou DiBella, and The Zone. Bro, that's not a Philly bear, first of all. That's not a Philly bear. You see something about a bear, that's not a Philly bear. You gotta go inside for hair. Second, you only got this fight because I chose you. You ain't get it because you had a 2-fight deal, whatever you said you had. You supposed to win that mandatory. You didn't win. You got a draw. You was talking shit. I said, Eddie, keep bringing him here. That's number 2. Number 3, I'm tired of disrespect. I'm tired of beating. I just beat your cousin. James Tennison, I stopped something. I'm tired of beating y'all. So you gotta listen. You gotta listen. You listen. You gotta. You have to come bring your message. You gotta win. All that. I ain't listen. Listen. And all that sad story. All that trying to go here with the sad shit. Yeah, I did it. No, they want me. You're not gonna convince them. They want me, bro. They want me. You ain't no convincing. So I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. Bad. That's how you did it. I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. I promise to God. Listen, shut up. Let me talk. Let me talk. I'm a man like you. But you just for fucking goddamn for no. What's his name? For noise? For no? I don't know. That was that shit. How you get a draw? Listen, you say, yo, listen, you look past him. You look past that guy. You look past him. You look past him. He got a fucking draw. So that's what we gonna do. Remember on Twitter, I tweeted you say I'm cocky. I don't know where you get that from. But I don't think I'm cocky. But listen, I'm cocky today. I posted up a picture, right? You know the picture, nigga. I see. Let's bet 20 grand. Said you think you beat me, right? How much you making? That's bet 50. How much you making? Motherfucker, 50. No, 50. I brought 50 here. If you want back. You don't want shit. I'm a billionaire. I'm sorry. And I don't even get like this, but he been talking crazy. And the only reason why I took him is he been talking shit. And then he gonna say, I'm not what? Let's keep this at boxing. I appreciate everybody for coming out, especially my Philly boys. You know how we rocking. And after I beat your ass, I'm gonna take you on a cheesesteak. And we ain't gonna go to Max's. We ain't gonna go to we gonna go to the Poppy store. Man, they got the best cheesesteak in the whole store. I'm gonna beat your ass, man. And shout out to them, man. Shout out to everybody across the world, man. I'm telling you, and you know I came from nothing, and it's a privilege to fight in Philadelphia. Especially to headline in Philadelphia, because at one point I was the underdog in Philadelphia, and I kept believing in myself. Lou DiBella also believed in me, and you know, Eddie believed in me, and I can't forget about my team. I got a hell of a team, man. I have a hell of a team, and without the team, it's a lot. I can name them, but you know, I'm gonna name them. Fuck it, I got all that. We got Raul, Rebus, Chino. He like the brain. I'm Pinky. You got Rasheem Jefferson. He brings something totally. Hold on. Rasheem Jefferson brings something totally different than Chino. Totally different trainers, but it's all compatible. Then you got Nick Rosario. He brings something different from them 3. From them 2, you got Coach Ed. You got Reg. You got everybody brings something different, man. And that's what makes him a performer. And with my drive and my will to win, I believe we're unstoppable. And this year, I'm looking to be on the pound list on everything I love. I'm gonna try to fight 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 if I can, and keep making money and keep doing my thing, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Tevin. Thank you, John, and thank you, everybody. As always, as well, we want to thank the Zone and our US broadcasting partners. It's been an incredible ride so far, only 3 or 4 months in. But in a marketplace right now that's bringing you pay-per-view events every month, charging you $80, $90. These guys are doing it for free. They're doing it part of a subscription plan, $9.99 a month. We just had Demetrius Andre. We just had Jamie Mungia last week in a great fight. You've got Machado coming up. You've got our March. All our shows from the UK as well. You've got the World Boxing Super Series. You've got March the 9th. Bivo against Joe Smith and Maurice Hooker. It's a great fight. You've got March 15 here. It's just an incredible lineup, and of course, Canelo against Jacobs. No more $80, $90 to watch that fight. All part of your subscription. Because Zoni's doing big things and we've got a great time for fighters in the US. We want to thank Philadelphia. Of course, I cannot wait to put this show on. Thank you to Russell and Michelle and all the team. We're going to push this really, really hard. You have a responsibility as well to spread the gospel of this show, to spread the gospel of Philly and all the great fights on this card to make sure that Philly becomes a regular stop on the Matchroom Boxing Roadshow. So we're going to have head-to-heads up here with the two guys, Lundy and Sparrow, and also Farmer and Carroll, and everyone's going to be available for one-on-ones, and we'll see you back in Philly very, very soon. Thank you very much for coming out.
Come on, bro. This not too. And I got a couple weeks out here. Hey, you down the bump head. Hey, bump
Which one? Shot. 7. Speak a little, say anything. Talk a little.
I smell that shit, Ted. I smell that shit. I smell pussy. Man, do it. Easy work. Man, do it. No. Easy work. Leak on it. Leak on it. Easy work. All right. You do hands and feet too. You swing that punch, motherfucker will be at your hotel. Swing that punch, motherfucker should be at that hotel. He told y'all we both been shit. He's sweet. He's sweet. He's sweet.
Ted, don't let him mess your career. Ted, don't let him mess your career. See the head. Like the damn leprechaun.
Nice. Yeah, I'm mad because, like,
But he is a character. By the way, that's going to help promote this.
That's going to be easy work. Like, I mean, way more than I want to do that shit. I need that when I'm scared. I'll be all that.
Russell, come on.
Please don't fight me. Please don't fight me.
Hell no. Look. Free smoke. Like we can have. All right shit. And more runs. We're gonna be ready though, bro. We're gonna be ready.
Carroll, Lundy.
Great.
Farmer.
I'm calm. Are
you ever gonna come over and go outside?
You gonna come? For what I said.
Yeah, I remember.
I would tell you. I would just say yeah, I'm doing my
Come over here.
Right.
So who do we interview first? It's going to be up to you guys to chat. Tell me now. Hearn, Farmer, Carroll, or... Well, we got to get the champ first. That's mandatory.
Give me 1 minute, all right, brother?
Champ first. Yeah, we got to get the champ. No, I want to get Carroll first, but... Well, we got to do something now. So we run out of time. Yeah, we got to get the champ first. So I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm actually on time. Oh, here you go right here. Here you go right here.
Back and forth on social media, and this is the first time you've seen it face to face.
Hey guys, send me some questions in the chat. Send me some questions in the chat. I'm going to get John O'Carroll now. Send me some questions.
Certain things that happen in my life that, like, I lost excitement about normal things, you know, going on holidays and stuff. So being a fighter it gives me that adrenaline rush, it gives me that excitement. So when something like that kicks off, that's why I love the sport.
You know, Farmer, he has four losses on his record.
Yes.
But over the last year, he's been red hot.
Yeah.
He's been fighting guys and beating them quite handily. Yeah. What do you respect about him as a boxer?
No, I mean, it's good that you can overcome something, you know?
I'm reading all the questions, guys. So please, just keep, like, shoot them. Like, when I start talking to him, just shooting off questions. I'm going to read off the good ones, okay? I need you guys. Read off the, like, tell me questions so I can ask you. That's Eddie over there. We got to get him. He's by himself.
You can't look at that. You have to look at when he's at his best. That's what you expect when he's the best at the time to show up, you know? So for me, it doesn't make any difference that he's lost things. It just means that he can overcome things, which makes him stronger.
For fighters unfamiliar with the style, how would you break down your own and assess your own style?
Me, it's like I run my hand on my sleeve. I give it everything I got. When it comes to fight, you know I'm coming to fight. You know, it's like I don't think I've ever been in a boring fight. It's all the bloodbath, you know what I mean? The past 4 years, I don't think I've got ever fight without a club, you know what I mean? It's been like this wars every single point. But I'm hoping to be a lot smarter in this fight, use my head a little bit more. I'm not doing some silly things, you know what I mean? Someone, you can get away with it in a certain opposition at a certain level, but like for me, this is a world title, so I'm going to do every single thing in my power to make sure I can hold that belt.
You know, without giving away too much of your game plan, what is the key to this victory for you?
I can't really say little things like that, you know, but listen, there's loads of chinks in his armour and he's never been tested properly. He's a typical good boxer, whereas when he's boxing at his pace, he's good and he can do that all night, you know what I mean? But like, someone to put actual pressure on him, we're going to see what type of heart he has. If you go back to like when talking there, I was saying that you can't judge people from the losses, but one time you can go stop it. I seen him look at the referee when he got there hard in there, he wanted out of there. So once a quitter, always a quitter. You know what I mean? Like, you can take little things like that away from points that he's lost because you can see what he's like when the real pressure's on. When he has his own way, it's an easy way to work for him. But I tell you, he's not going to have it his own way in the last few games. I guarantee that for sure.
Is it intimidating at all fighting in his home city, and do you relish kind of being the bad guy this time around?
I'm not even the bad guy, I don't care. Like, you can look at him whatever way you want. Like, you know me, I'm a nice fella, but listen, I'm coming to his backyard to take his belt, so I'm going to be a bad guy regardless where I am. So I'm going to play up to the party, you know what I mean? And there's no way I was coming here to be quiet, you know, because the same when I'm in the ring, I wear my hand on my sleeve. So if
Yeah, I'm reading all the questions.
Disrespecting them back when you're going to give a rose. It's a mentality to have. Never back down. Bruce Lee says in private, it's like there's loads of people around him, and he says, I am worried I'm the only man in here. They should be worried that they're all against me. You know what I mean? They should be worried that they're against me. So for me to be in here with all this little drill, I couldn't care less. You know what I mean? It just makes it even better. It gives me more of excitement, you know? So that's not intimidating at all. I couldn't care less. I'm going to see this place erupt March 15th. The party's weekend, I guarantee it. Irish are just going to flock over here. This is going to be crazy. There's probably going to be more Irish in Philly than there is Philadelphia fans. I guarantee that.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
No problem, bro.
Welcome. You got some time?
Yeah, a couple minutes. He's got to get out of here.
Welcome to Philly. How you doing?
It's been a
Terrell,
pleasure, pal. Sorry.
Fight View 360.
Good.
So,
Before you guys start, I'm gonna take that mic back from here, right?
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem.
so we got a lot to talk about. I'm trying to figure out where to start. Yo, so they're gonna make you cut your beard, bro. You think so?
I don't think so. Why would you? It doesn't make any difference. It's a little bit of a beard. Regardless, I'll shave my head if you want me to shave my head. I'm
Yeah?
I couldn't care less. It's only a
Okay,
beard, right? It
so
grows back.
I like to give a little disclaimer before I interview fighters. I'm not a casual, nowhere near.
Okay.
I've seen all the fights that are available on YouTube or on social media, everywhere. I've seen them all.
Yes.
So I understand that every now and then, you know, even the greatest fighters have a bad night.
Yeah, of course.
You know, even Floyd Mayweather with Castillo.
100%.
So a lot of times I feel that, okay, all right, we can give a little bit of a pass, but let's see how he does on a bigger stage. So right now you're in the main event
Yeah.
for a major world title.
That's what dreams are made of. This is a real lucky story right here.
So let's talk about that first. What does it mean to you?
Listen, this is what kids dream of, you know what I mean? This is what I've been, all my whole career has led up to this point. So for me, this changes my life forever. Kevin's already on the top of the heap. He's already got them paydays. For me, this changes my whole family's life. It changes everything for me, you know what I mean? So I'm not just doing this for me, I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it to give myself a better life. So best believe you're going to get every single ounce of me come fight night.
So what happened in the last camp? Like something happened. You got it, you know? What happened?
Listen, I'm not one to make excuses on camps, so I'll never say I had this injury or that injury. There's a few things went wrong, a few things with sparring partners. It just wasn't my night, you know what I mean? I'm not going to blame that on anything because I had an off night on the night, but also there was one or two things in the background. But I'm not one to make excuses, so that for me, it doesn't matter. That's in the past. But the way I look on that fight is a blessing because there's some things now that have changed totally, you know, my training camp and whatever else, even in my life. So, mate, I'm dedicating my whole life to this sport. So, I will give this 110% every single thing it takes. And I just look at that last fight as a blessing. I'm a real believer in law of attraction, and I believe that thing happened for a reason. Give me a little beast thing to be like, wake up, can't walk over people at world level. So, for me, it's the best thing that could have happened to me.
Yeah, well, okay, so Tevin Farmer, recently, he's been, you know, trying to stop fighters and, you know, knocking fighters out. But that's not necessarily his fighter genetic makeup. He's more of a mover, boxer. So what do you consider yourself? Are you a pressure fighter?
No, because I was always a counterpuncher. As an amateur, I was a counterpuncher. And then it was just that I was against these like journeymen that I had to come forward or it was going to be a boring fight. Because I like to be in exciting fights. So I was always like coming forward and I just kind of adapted a different style. So I started coming forward. So I'm a bit of everything. My dad used to always say, if you're a one-style fighter, then you can be beatable because someone will have a game plan to beat you. But if you're a boxer, you can come against a fighter or a better fighter or whatever it may be. But for me, my dad taught me as an amateur to box every single way. So I can do all the fundamentals correctly. And when you can do that, you're a good fighter. So I don't believe that like I'm a one-trick pony, you know? The great fighters can adapt no matter what circumstances, and they adapt in the middle of a round, and that's what I believe I can do.
Okay, so here's a question coming from the fan chat.
Yeah.
You only got 2 minutes left. Okay, so Jacob Hemley says, do you respect Former as a world champ, or do you think he's a bum? Your honest opinion.
My honest opinion, listen, any man that fights for a world title, you have to respect him. He's defended the champion. He's defended the belt, so you cannot take anything away from him. Anybody at that level, you have to respect what he's done in the boxing game. Listen, he's never had anything easy in life as well. He's done it kind of the hard way. So you have to respect that about a man. And this boxing game, it ain't easy. It ain't an easy sport. So anyone can say what they want when they're on the couch. You say whatever. You can slay people, but at the same time, when you win a world title, listen, you secured your family's life. I have to respect him as a boxer, yeah.
Okay, so final question. So you said that this fight is the fight that's going to, you know, everybody has a bad night. All fights.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, even like, you know, Jaime Munguia the other night. They were saying, you know, like it happens, you know. So, but do you feel like this is the fight, like, all right, I got it. You know, I'm going to go in here, excuse my language, I'm going in and fuck him up.
Yeah, 100%. That's definitely what I believe. Like, the thing is, it's not even one of them, oh, I'm going to go in and fuck him up. I have to go in here, I have to be smart, I have to be, there's not like, I can't just be a one-trick pony in this fight. There's going to be many times where I need to fight, many times I need to box, many times I need to use my head. You know, there's going to be loads of things that I'm going to need to be able to do in this fight. And I just believe that this is all coming at the right moment for me, you know. Like I said before, I'm a real believer in law of attraction, and everything has led up to this point. I just feel ready for it now. You know, I'm truly ready.
Okay, we're going to be watching. And the fans, so you have a good fight.
Thank you.
You're not, can you eat a cheesesteak yet? Not yet?
I wish I could. Someone sent me a picture yesterday. I was like,
no,
shit,
listen, don't go to Geno's, or don't go to you got to go to the hood spot. Like he was saying, it's right, it's true.
Yeah.
But you have a good
He's
fight.
going to take his belt. I'll still ask him to take me to that spot because I want a nice cheesesteak.
But I'm like a really Philly native. Like St. Patrick's Day here is crazy. It gets crazy.
Brilliant.
So, have a good fight. Can you do me a favor? You have a big supporter, my colleague, my partner over in Ireland. His name is Michael Kitchen. Can you give him a shout out, please?
Michael Kitchen, you're the man. Thank you for supporting me. I
In Ireland.
appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Believe in. All right, where we go next? All right, let's go get Eddie. I got my bum ass foot, man. My foot is killing me. All right, we're going to hang around a little bit and wait for the crowd to thin out a little bit. And then we're going to start doing some more interviews. Oh, we got to get Cardo. Did he leave? Let's pop here. We got to get him. How you doing, man? I got to talk to you again soon.
How you been?
I'm alive. They fixed me. Yeah, they fixed me. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me, sir. You're I would like to interview you and your son before the fight. Yeah, we call but sometime before the next Michelle told me there's media work coming out next week. But I'm going to be at the fight. So I'm going to get like
See this guy, you know, this guy looks, you know, like he's full of,
but I'm giving my scars, but sometime next week before the fight, I'll talk to you. That's okay. Yeah, next Friday. Yep. So I'm going to get the information from her. All right? But thank you. What's your name? Terrell, from 53366. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so, all right, we're going to wait a little bit. We're going to wait for that crowd to thin out. I can't be in that. And where did Tevin go? Oh, Katie, we got to get Katie.
You guys in and out.
Wait, let's wait a little minute. Wait, let's get Katie. And then Hearn is over there. We're going to wait for the crowd to thin out. So put some questions in the cat for Katie. Katie. I already know what I'm going to ask her. She can't fight no Clarissa Shields. Y'all tripping.
If you are up, yeah, so anything, right? Thank you.
Good to see you. Nice to see you. Would have been nothing.
Katie, you got a couple questions? Just like 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, it's nice to meet you again. So is this your first time in Philly?
I was actually in Philadelphia years ago playing football here with the playing soccer here.
Okay.
But that was a long time ago.
So I just asked John Carroll, can you eat a cheesesteak right now or you're in camp?
I probably can't, but he
Well, I tell you what, listen, don't go to the tourist trap spots.
Yeah.
They say go to Geno's and Pat's, but Tevin Foreman was right. You get the best cheesesteaks from the hood spots.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, so I don't even know where to start. Okay, so I'm going to start here. What is your weight cap? Can you touch 147 one day?
I walk around and make 140 pounds. So the next step for me after my weighs up is just to go to 140, but I'm sure I could go to 147 at some stage.
Okay, so let's talk about Rose. She finally, took the fight. Eddie Hearn was, were you surprised that she took the fight, or?
There was definitely a lot of back and forth with Eddie Hearn and Rose Valente over the last few months, and I was absolutely delighted and relieved that the fight was actually made in the end. But it's very hard for these girls to refuse the fight because they're getting offered more money than they ever would have really. So I can't say I'm overly surprised, but I'm just delighted that the fight's actually been made, and it's a very huge fight for me.
So, what I want to talk about is women's boxing as a whole. I've noticed that, women's boxing is really getting more momentum than it was, and one thing that a lot of fans have been talking about is hopefully the women don't let fights marinate too long, since even though women's boxing has been around for so long, it's like a new era, in regards to staying active in the best fight in the best. So right now, if there's one fight you want to have, what is the fight that you feel is the super fight for Katie Taylor?
Well, obviously, right now, my goal is to become the undisputed champion, but the fight that everyone wants to see is myself and Amanda Serrano. I think that's probably the biggest fight in women's boxing right now. If I do become the undisputed champion, even if I was to see the practice, another undisputed champion would be huge as well. So there's so many big fights out there for me, and I want to fight them all. I want to be involved in those big fights, but I guess the one that everyone's reaching talk about is being Amanda Serrano.
So right now we're at a situation where boxing is being televised at, the most it's ever been televised. For example, even Hannah Gabriel's fight is available on Facebook. So I guess what I'm asking is this: what do you feel needs to be done to help women's boxing get further? A lot of fans I've noticed over your last several fights in my comment section of my videos, they've been saying like, man, she needs 3-minute rounds. Like, why does it, the 2 minutes? Does that bother you, in regards to, not having the same rules as men?
I wouldn't say it bothers me too much, but I think whether it's a 2-minute round or a 3-minute round, the outcome of the fight is still going to be the same. But they probably will be involved in a lot more knockouts in the 3-minute round. That's the thing. But I guess for women's boxing, it is just so important for the best to fight the best, for these big fights to actually happen. And I'm very lucky that I have this platform with the Zone where I have a chance to showcase my skills in these big platforms.
Yeah, every one of your fights has been televised.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, from the first one.
That's exactly what women's boxing is. And I think the women's boxing is on a high right now because it's the first time in a long time people are actually seeing the best of women's boxing, but the best have to start fighting the best as well, and I think that's really, really important for the sport. It's not about 2-minute rounds or 3-minute rounds, it's just the big fights need to start happening.
Yeah. Okay, so is the Rose, not Rose Valente, but the Amanda Serrano fight, now let's say, I know you have to focus on Rose, but has there been some preliminary discussions of it happening this year if both of you continue to win? It's not a 2020 thing? It's not going to marinate too long?
I think so. I think Eddie's plan all along was for our fight to happen at the end of this year sometime. So I think it will happen this year, which is really, really exciting for myself and Amanda Serrano and for the sport itself. That's the kind of fight that can set out stadiums. I think it's the kind of fight that can actually headline a big show as well. So that fight has to happen this year, I think.
Okay. All right. Good luck. I know you have some other media obligations. It was nice meeting you again. I will be there on Fight Night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Katie Taylor. So we got to get Gabe next. We're going to get, we got to find 10. We got to find, wait, we missing somebody. Where did Eddie go? We got to find Eddie. We got to find Eddie. So I'm waiting for the crowd to thin out a little bit before I do the rest of the interviews. I got a t-shirt, a thermal, and like a woven shirt. I'm hot as hell. Yeah, I'm getting Lundy. Where's he at? Oh, he's right there. Oh, should I ask him if you want to fight Broner? Should I start some shit up? I'm gonna start some shit up. All right, I'm gonna start some shit. Oh man. Oh, let's wait a couple minutes. He's doing an interview. He right there. We're gonna get him. You know his shit always fire. His shit always fire. Yeah, I'm gonna start some shit up. Yo, tell me what to start. Tell me what to ask him. I'm gonna be like, so did you see Broner fight? You think you can beat him? Yeah, I'm gonna start some shit, y'all. I am living the best life right now. Like, look, I'm like literally at like a big major press conference in Philly. Beautiful woman waiting for me at her job. It's crazy. Ask Lundy, he's behind. Oh, no, I can't ask that. That's too much controversy. KLD, you're a crazy ass. You always been a crazy ass. So we have to get Lundy, Farmer, and Hearn. Hearn is likely in that back. He's in that back room right there. We're not leaving until we get him. So like I said, I'm waiting for the crowd to thin out. All right, remember, shoot some questions for me. Ask him, can he make 130? Wait, Hank's at 135. Yeah, he's at 130. No, he's at 140, right? His last fight was at 140, 135. Oh yeah, I gotta get Gabe. He right there. Yeah, let's get Gabe. Oh, but I'm not gonna be. He's at 135. All right, cool. Yeah, I remember. He always on weight. Oh, he on the phone. Just leave him alone.
The last fight he got a window. What happened? He got a drug test. How they claim? They claim it was off the steroids. It was weed. I beat the top fighter like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got to get the last two people we're going to get is Hearn and we're going to get Farmer. We're getting Lundy next, and then Hearn, and then Farmer. Take my ass home, go edit these videos. No, I'm chilling. I have time. I don't have to pick my girl up till... Oh, shit. I may have to start this stream on the other phone. I hope she's watching and don't, like... Well, everything's clearing out. But Eddie's back there in that room. You see that door that closing? He's back there. Oh man!
I need you because I need some more tape.
Yeah, I got some.
All right, you gonna bring it by the gym?
No. I ain't gonna see you tomorrow. You gonna train?
Yeah, I'm gonna train.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do stuff.
Now?
Yeah. Now.
All right. Let me do this.
What's up? I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh man, you know, man, been training, man. You know, I mean, waiting for my opportunity to get back on. You know what I mean? Do what I do.
I'm glad the zone picked you up.
Oh man, it's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
You know, your hard work never go unnoticed.
So let's talk about Anthony Sparrow. You were talking about that. I've only seen of the fights that are available on social media
Right.
and on YouTube. But what were you saying about that loss?
Oh man,
You got to touch on it a little bit.
Yeah, you know they said there's a little steroid issue, but in all reality, it was weed. You know,
all right.
he smoked weed. You know what I mean? So I know the insides, and I'm
Yeah.
a clean fighter. I live, and you know what I mean, I'm dedicated to the sport. When you got a guy like Bernard Hopkins in your city feeding you games, you got no choice but to follow game. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm 35, but I'm still young. In all reality, I fight.
I
like
didn't
I'm
even know you was
26.
that old, bro.
See, that's the thing about it. You know what I mean? And I still fight that way. You know what I mean? Like I'm 26, 25 years old. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So Hank Lundy ain't never lose no step. We here, we ready to rumble, man.
So, I mean, like, you're on the bill and everything. Like, you know, you were overseas, like, you know, fighting like little...
Yeah, you know, we overseas, you know, rumbling, man. Listen, they know Hank Lundy a world warrior, man. Listen, I don't run and duck from nobody. I fights, man. And that's what a real fighter consists of, a fight, man. It don't matter where I'm at. If I got to go to your country, I'm coming to your country with my trainers, by myself, and we rumble.
So now it's crazy because, like, Philly is getting all these events.
Yeah.
So, for example, it's your fight March the 15th.
Right.
Then ESPN is coming for the Volsdick fight, March the 30th, and then UFC going to be here on March the 30th as well.
Oh, man, the city of Philadelphia, man, we doing big things, man. So these cards, man, you don't want to miss none of them, man.
So I got to get your opinion on some fights.
Let's go.
You saw Pacquiao Broner?
Yeah. Oh, man.
No, like your honest assessment. Like no holds bar.
I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all know I keep it real. And if y'all don't like it, y'all can see me. Like, y'all know I ain't a hard guy to, y'all mean, fine. But I felt as though Broner didn't seize the moment with Pacquiao. Broner could. I know Broner. I've been in camp with him.
Yeah, I
helped
remember.
Broner win 3 world titles. You know what I mean? He didn't, like, first of all, I'm not running around the ring.
You think the lights got to him? Like that big event?
He been around the lights. It just...
That was big, though. It was different.
Big, but, you know, certain things you got to cut out, man. Like, you got to fight.
Yeah.
Fight. It's either you knock them out or, you know what I mean, or then you going to get knocked out. That's my mentality when I go in the ring. It ain't no saving nothing for tomorrow. We fight.
Some fighters don't have that, though.
Well, you know, I know Broner got it in him, man. But
We haven't seen it.
Well, you know, I don't know if he got to come down to Philly, get some of this Philly love, you know what I mean? You got to get somebody like Kevin Cunningham, a good coach, you know, Mike Stafford. I got a lot of love for them guys. But Broner, you know, he just need to get back to that dog he was at 135.
Yeah, you know, but people don't think he can get back there.
Well,
you know?
It just, you know what I mean, you got to separate some things from me, man. You know what I mean? I ain't going to front, I was pulling for Broner, you know what I mean?
I was too.
I wanted him to win, but Pacquiao did his goddamn thing, man. You know
As a 40-year-old man.
I'd have got in there with Pacquiao. We rumbled.
Yeah.
You had to knock me out, man. We rumbling, man. I ain't
But
running
people were like, you know, like the way he was fighting, it was like, yo, like he not, as usual, he wasn't letting his hands go. So people were like, yo, he coming for the check. So certain fighters, you know,
Yeah, I
like
can
for
see
example, you have a reputation. Like I'm not no dick eater.
Right.
You have a reputation like he like to come to fight.
Right.
You know, it's always been like that. But when in Broner, like people were like, you know, we don't know. Like, cause you got to think, like I was like all in Philly. Did you notice all the bars and everywhere was playing it?
Right, right.
Like it was a
Yeah,
big, it was a
they
big
clown.
urban like fight.
But I'm going to say it like this. Sometimes when you grow up and they hand everything to you versus a fighter like me, where I came from nothing and fought my way to the top, it's different levels. When everybody gave you stuff and set everything up for you to win, it's a different type of mentality.
Yeah.
Now, from a Hank Lundy, when I come in a fight, we fight because I've been fighting since I started, you know what I mean, since I turned pro. So his platform, my platform is totally different. You're going to get 110% with Hank Lundy. Broner, to be truthful, we're going to just do enough to win. You know what I mean? And what happened, I don't think he got his hands off enough. I know Broner. I know what he could do. He didn't get his hands off enough.
So, a couple more questions before you go. So, as I was saying, like they're building you heavy on this card.
Right.
So, which means who they building you up for? Ryan Garcia?
Well, listen, I've been calling out Ryan Garcia for years. Actually, Eddie Hearn's like one of the posters I put up. I told Golden Boy, control your puppet before I cut his strings. He dealing with a top dog now, man. And the last what? He fought an opponent, clipped him. You know, he got hurt. You dealing with a dog right here, for real. I can box, can punch, I can brawl. I stopped that kid, man. He's a boy for real, and he knows it. So it can't be him. It got to be somebody else, man.
Yeah, but who else would it? It seemed like, you know, like I've been coming boxing for a long time.
Yeah.
It seemed like they cooking it,
Well,
like they
listen,
trying to.
give him to me. We travel to England, whatever we gotta go, give him to me. And, you know, I'm gonna clip his wings. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, I know that gonna stack against him because he's a young, up and coming prospect. So at the end of the day, you know, the stage is set. So if that's what they thinking, give it to him, man. Listen, we here. You know what I mean? I'm young just like them. I can move just like them. Let's go.
All right, so before we continue, this is going to be the next part I'm going to ask you. I'm going to send it to the Metro and to Philly. So therefore, you can't curse or anything like that. So just like sell the fight in regards to Philly, come out, all that shit. You dig me? All right, so you know how I am. I'm going to chop this shit up. All right, got you. All right. So we're here with Hank Lundy, fighting on the Zone, a new streaming app, $9.99 a month. This is the first major fight in Philly since the Danny Garcia PBC on Fox, Garcia versus Samuel Vargas. But since this is on St. Patty's Day weekend, and luckily, you know, they were able to build this fight with Irish Stars as well.
Right.
You know, but also it's in North Philly and in Temple, so
and
therefore.
I need a little bit of Irish too. You just can't tell. I got a little bit of Irish. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that this is going to be one of those events where like people gonna turn up on like the last day.
Right.
Like it's gonna be lit in there.
Right.
So what do you have to say to Philly in regards to make sure they turn out and, you know, support the Zone app, but also, like for example, Vanity Grand, like what clubs will we going to?
Oh man,
this shit gonna be playing everywhere.
It's a lot of places to party in Philly. Philly is where you want to be at, man. We want to come up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got a warrior, Rosado, a warrior, Tevin Farmer, a warrior, Hank Lundy. You know, Katie, like, listen, man, this is a fight you don't want to miss, man. You want to be right here in Philadelphia, March 15th, at the Laird Court Center.
On a Friday night.
The heart of Philadelphia, Friday night, man. Listen, that's like the Blue Horizon, man. You need to be here, man. Come witness some of this great fighting that's going on. On the real, you know, you shouldn't be nowhere else, man. Come kick it with us, man. Watch the
Thank you. Hank Lundy. All right, man. We'll holler at you fight week. All right, Hank.
All right, Frank.
Let's get, we gotta get Gabe next. We're gonna wait for Eddie. We're gonna wait, so we're not going nowhere. He owed me some questions.
So,
you got fights like this you can see in the gym.
Oh man. How you guys doing? No, he's back there. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna follow him to his car. We already did. We already did. Wait, we gotta get Tevin too. We gotta get Tevin. Make sure I get all my stuff. Hold on, guys. The stream is going to pause for a minute. Oh, there he is. We're going to get...
Dillian White. Next week, I'm here. This is Jarrell Miller. So, is there any...
Both those guys that are still possible. We're going to fight in America. Jarrell Miller will be that close. No question. We're going to fight in the UK probably right now. It's like Dillian White. So, there's lots in play. There's offers out to a lot of different people. We'll be closing it.
Which fight do you fancy?
I do like the idea of Joshua coming to New York. I think it's a good time for him to do that. And Jarrell is probably the best guy to do that with. He's a great talker, he's a great fighter, and he's from Brooklyn. So that seems to work well for me. Gillian White is a great fight. I think he deserves a shot at the world heavyweight title. Tyson Fury, you know, Deontay Wilder, they look like they're rematching. So it's great times for heavyweight boxing. You know, everyone's talking about it. You've got a lot of players coming in. Now before, Joshua was just the kingdom. That's it. Now you've got Wilder, you've got Fury, you've got Gillian, you've got Carroll, you've got Ortiz, you've got Brazil. So it's great times for the division.
Yeah, send me your questions. I'm going to ask him. So the first question, I'm going to lead. The first question, we're going to talk about the event, and then we're going to lead him into talking about Wilder versus Fury pay-per-view buys, and then Pat Broner pay-per-view buys. When I'm talking about the zone, but I'm reading the chat. Put the questions on the screen.
Everybody. Anything's possible.
If you're going in the direction of Miller, does that mean we see Joshua in Vegas very soon?
Probably New York.
No, I'm talking about after Miller.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, he likes fighting in the UK. If we can't deliver the fights that UK fans want, then maybe we do an American fight. And you know, at some point, he's going to have to grow his brand in the States as well.
Jacobs versus Canelo, probably, you know, biggest fight on tap.
Yeah.
How do you see that going?
I think Danny Jacobs wins that fight. Ever since I signed him, he told me he can beat Canelo, and he's going to get a chance to do that on Cinco de Mayo, live on the zone. Normally you'd be paying $90, $100 for that fight, all part of your monthly subscription. I believe you're going to see a unified middleweight world champion in Danny Jacobs on May the 4th.
In the past, I've been one of your biggest detractors, but I can honestly say, you know, ever since you teamed up with the Zone, boxing is a lot more exciting.
I'll take that backhanded compliment as you intend.
I'm from the U.S., bro.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Thank you, Eddie.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
Oh, you got 5 minutes?
Yes, yeah. You right? This guy's gonna...
You want to talk some deep boxing politics?
Not really.
Well, I've got 2 minutes.
Go to LA.
All right, we got a few minutes. All right. So we only got a few minutes. Okay, all right. So listen. Okay, the first thing we got to do is obviously we got to talk about this card. So what do you know about Philly so far? Now,
Rocky Balboa.
I'm sorry?
Rocky Balboa?
Yeah, but that's, you know.
We've wanted to, when we come to the US, it's pretty obvious there's certain towns you have to come to that you perceive will work, and some will, some won't. So we've been to Boston, that was really good. Went to Chicago, that was good. Been to New York, obviously, a few times. Philly was like a standout place that we should be at. But no one really comes here with big shows.
Why?
So I don't know, but that was a bit concerning to me. So when you come, you have to come fully loaded. Mm-hmm. So we signed Tevin Farmer. Obviously, there's a guy who, for me, you have to headline in Philly.
Correct.
One of the issues with US boxing is, in my opinion, Tevin Farmer should walk out of this building and everyone come up to him on the street. Yo, Tevin Farmer, you're the Philly champ. Yeah. How many people do that? Not a lot, right? Mm-hmm. But they need to know his story and they need to be out supporting him. You can't just say that it's a fight city and then when there's a massive card, don't show up, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think this is a great opportunity, this card, where you've got some brilliant World Championship boxing, local stars. Obviously it's St Patrick's Day weekend, so you've got massive Irish fighters on the card as well. You've got Rosado against Selecki, which is a brilliant middleweight matchup. You've got Lundy against Sparrow, which is for the Philly hardcores. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a really big card, so you're going to be learning if Philly will become a regular stop for us.
So what do you know about St. Patrick's Day in Philly?
I know that
it's going to be big.
Yeah, I mean, St. Patrick's Day weekend is the weekend to fight.
Yeah, but Philly.
Yeah, so all the Irish got to come out. Mm-hmm. But that's why I'm saying, when you look at who's coming out to the show, you've got the Irish fans, you've got the Philly fans, you've got the Polish fans in Sulecki. There's a lot of Polish in Philly as well.
Also the Temple students.
Yeah. But, you know, we'll see. I want to fill this place up. But we don't know enough about the market, and we're going to find out.
Okay, so I know you don't have a lot of time. I got 2 more questions left, so I have to pick the 2 questions that the fans told me to ask. They want your thoughts on pay-per-view buys. Mm-hmm. Do you think that the number that comes out, for example, Pac versus Broner, 400,000, do you think that's a reliable number, or do you think that, you know, that's an inflator?
You can say what you want, can't you?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, they could say it was $1 million. If you're a promoter, normally you probably had 20 or 30% on the numbers. So maybe it only done 250, 300, maybe it done 400. For me, I would have thought Wilder Fury would have done more than Pacquiao Broner. Thought it had a much better build-up. It was a heavyweight fight. But of course, Pacquiao is a big name as well. I just feel that with pay-per-view boxing right now, like it's $80, $90 to watch these fights. So when we're bringing pay-per-view boxing to the zone, but it isn't actually pay-per-view in terms of what you've got to pay for, Canelo Jacobs is the first example of that, where that is a $90 or $100 fight on pay-per-view.
$79.99?
Yeah, more I think for that fight.
No, here, Xfinity, $84.99 for HD.
Depends. Some fights are $99.99.
Mayweather.
Yeah. And so, and now you get it free on the zone as part of your monthly subscription for $9.99. So, but we've got to educate the fans, and we've got to make sure that you're aware of the zone. And hopefully, when you make fights like that, we need more fights like that, where the fan can say, "Wow, like you can't not have the zone." If you've got 3 pay-per-view style fights a year, we're talking about what, $80 minimum 3 times. You're talking about $240 just for those 3 nights. Here, you're paying what, $120 a year for all our UK shows, all our US shows, all Golden Boy shows, all Canelo's fights, all the World Boxing Super Series, all the Bellator, now the NBL baseball show as well. So it's like, but it's about education. It's about saying you don't have to keep paying those pay-per-view money anymore. Because we do pay-per-view in the UK. I can't tell you that pay-per-view is dead, like some people say it is, but pay-per-view at $80 should be dead. And I think the zone will go a long way to making sure that price either comes down or that model is abolished completely.
Okay, final question. Joshua versus Miller. Fans feel it's happening.
Not yet.
No, but
there's a good chance.
But the good chance for Dylan White?
That fight is still in play. That fight is still in play. Probably not for April 13th, to be honest. I think if that fight happens, it'll be May or June now. And if Joshua fights Miller, that'll be June at Madison Square Garden. So I think this week we'll decide, but there's a good chance it could be Jarrell Miller. And I think if Joshua's going to come to the US, which I think should be on the agenda at some point, then Big Baby Miller is probably a great guy to do it against because he's from New York. He's a great fighter. He chats a lot. And I think it'll be an entertaining build-up and an entertaining fight.
So what can you do right now to squash the rumors of Dylan White talking to Al Heyman or signing with him?
I think he did. I think he spoke. I think he went out there. I think he spoke to Showtime. I think he spoke to ESPN.
Is that why they picked up the fight? Is that why they picked up White versus?
Yeah, probably. I think. Well, look, they came in. It didn't work out with DAZN that fight, so Showtime thought, oh, it's a good chance for us to come in and make DAZN look bad, and they took on the fight. Then they invited him out to the fight. I had a meeting with him yesterday. You know, I always say, if you're not happy with what we do, move on. He tells me yesterday he's more than happy.
But he wants to fight, though.
Yeah, of course. But he's been offered the Joshua fight, but obviously we've got to make sure it's a deal that everyone's happy with.
Okay. All right. We're gonna see you for fight week. All right.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, we gotta get the farmer.
So who you want? What would be your dream? I mean, dream unification is dangerous. Don't say you don't got no dream. You want that fight.
Nah, he got to catch a plane to LA. I didn't have enough time.
That's the pay-per-view fight we talk about.
Is Rosado still here? I don't think he's still here.
A legend of finance. No, you got what he said. That's what I heard. He said something. Legend make a fight? Yeah. I haven't been one in the sport. He haven't what have he done to make it a legend fight? So I got him to switch it to a career fight.
I like this place. I remember my girl here one time. I like this place.
You gotta set a new goal.
No, I got new goals, but it definitely ain't gonna. I feel like,
What's up, man? How you?
Ron, it's a pleasure.
Were you with?
Boxing when that. So. Were you okay, man? Do I feel kind of?
You know, no, that's not from the. I sprained my ankle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that is.
I was making sure.
No, I'm cool now. I'm cool. Yeah. This is something small, bro. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
If I want to, I might fight 6 rounds. I might fight 5, I might fight 4. But it's all on me.
And that's what I said. You must think you're the best in the division if you think you can beat 6 people in your division without losing. What's this fight? That's 7 straight wins in 1 year.
I was 7-4-1. What up, 7-4-1? I won 21 fights in a row.
On another level, you're world-class level now. The fighters that come, they're going to be #1 contenders, #3 in certain sanctioning bodies.
Yeah, but that don't mean you can be #1 through politics. You #1 through politics. I know a lot of motherfuckers that pay you fucking #2. That don't mean you can fight. I can fight. Yeah, I can be 7-4. I can beat 4 people straight. I went to Australia, people in the dead, came back and knocked the Irish man out. Then I came and beat fucking about 6 guys. Everybody beat the other Irish man. So I'm doing it. That's 4 already. Then I'm a fighting junior.
I see your whole team here. So weakest link. Give me the weakest link. Who you want that unification with?
Yeah,
Who's first?
First.
Who 7 former ones first?
All of them. I want all of them. Any people with my whoever fight can be made, that's the fight I'm going to put. Hey, hold on. I see what Eddie got to say real quick.
Here we go. Oh, he got the bag. He changed it. It ain't a Louis Vuitton today. No, you can't go without seeing me.
You always keep me. You start always keep me up.
Hold on. Let me cut you off. I had to grind that someone. He said something. He did some nut shit on.
You know what he mad about?
No.
He mad because Javon posted a spar video and said, look at what I did to Tevin.
No, he did not say that.
I posted on my Instagram and said,
no.
Come on, say it ain't so. This ain't Tevin.
Listen,
And he got mad.
stop that. No. This is what happened.
I said, say it ain't so.
David posted himself. And David's performer basically saying, this is what you gonna do to me. He reposted and saying, is this teleformer? So I'm like, motherfucker, you know this ain't teleformer. So when I see it, I address it.
I want you to do that first.
Yeah, well, then what's your problem? We friends now.
Every now and again, you have to hold your hands up. It's like, I'm sorry.
What am I sorry about? You should be saying that to me. You
tell
told
me
me on camera that fighters don't sign contracts the night of the fight or the day before, and your fighter, Dillian White, would just come out on media saying that. So apologize.
And you told me Khan versus Brooke was official. Ooh.
When we was at the press conference, you put it on and you said, man, do you think they're doing a good job with Danny Jacobs? Right? You said,
I knew he was going to go again.
You told me.
I got some.
I knew he was going to go.
Oh, he petty.
So that was his second fight with Matt, right? He was fighting Maciek Sulecki. You were on one of your rants about wild and those things, but yeah, look at Danny Jacobs. What are you doing with Danny Jacobs? Like, we left PBC for you. What have you done for Danny Jacobs? I said, you know, it's his second fight. We've got a plan that we believe in. Give me time. I'll show you.
How long has it been?
Fucking hell. Well, one more fight since then. But let me tell you what we've done with Danny Jacobs.
No. How long has it been since Danny signed to you?
A year and a half. Okay, let me tell you what happened in a year and a half. He left Showtime. He joined HBO. I gave him 2 fights, one against RS, one against Sulecki for a shitload of money. Then he fought for the world title against Serevenchenko for a shitload of money. And now he's making 8 figures bucks. Quite the biggest fight in world boxing with unification.
$15 million rumor for Canelo fight, is it true?
Very close, I'm not going to divulge numbers.
Is it 15 for all 3 fights, or is it 15 for the 1 fight?
15 for the 3 fights, please. Come on, have some respect.
I want you to be I want you to be clear so other middleweights listening get enticed.
You told me about that quagmire, wasn't it? We should be talking about what this man earns. If he wants to divulge that details, that's up to him.
We're not talking about it.
I'm not going to tell you what Danny Jacobs is. I'm telling you he's making 8 figures plus fight. That's all you need. Right? But what I'm saying is getting back to the topic of the conversation. You were criticising me after one fight about the job we're doing for Danny Jacobs.
I got you to do your job. Thank God Daniel Jacobs has a $15 million deal because of me.
What you should be saying is, Eddie, all hail, you are the fucking...
You are the shit.
You out? Late, my boy. Call me.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You got a couple minutes? You got to bounce?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk with you. You can walk.
Cool. I'm walking with you. How about that?
We home.
I know I'm on that shit too. I got my bad foot. Let me get my bag. My bag. Hold up, y'all. We out. Yeah. Oh, get my tripod. Perfect.
Hey, bro.
Oh, I gotta take my time with the steps.
On the address and I was like, this is not right.
I'm gonna catch motherfucking pneumonia again. Arm with Hearns. Arm with Hearns. Nice to meet you too, bro. Yeah, I'm following you. No, I'm not following you. I'm following you. Following you. Yeah, take your time. I'm gonna set my shit up. Hold on, I gotta call my girl. Tell him I'm gonna be late. Let me set up my camera and everything. Hold up, we just got an exclusive interview with Tevin Farmer, but I gotta let him do his shit first. Give me a couple minutes to set up my stuff. Couple minutes to set up my stuff. Hey guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this stream and I'm gonna start a new one.